Hi Capricorn, welcome to your end of May 2017 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here. So in addition to my regular tarot spread, which is going to cover any issue that seems to arise, or I will try to apply it to everything, I'm also going to pick a card from the Sandra and Taylor Oracle, Energy Oracle deck. And so far I've done 5 readings. I did 5 readings yesterday, and 4 out of the 5 I chose the same card. So, and it was called Hostility. I think something like that. So let's see if I get that again. And yes, I do shuffle. I'm waiting for somebody to say, you need to shuffle better. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that comment. But in any case, I'm going to begin this reading, and this is for the end of the month. If you want a pure love reading, which I always do every month, that will be coming sometime next week. Okay. Well, I definitely think that some of you are dealing with work issues, but there could be some sort of an affair that is happening at work. And I have said this in the past, and of course, well, I shouldn't say of course, I was surprised when I had people tell me, yeah, I'm having an affair with my boss. Because I would think that would be very rare that that happens. So maybe it is. Maybe I just happen to pick or find people that were doing that. But it's, you know, I guess there's always the law of averages too. I mean, any situation is going to have some person that resonates with it, right? So that's why these general readings are a little bit more just to show you how I work, more than to actually nail down everything that's happening in your life, because obviously there are so many more Capricorns that are watching, and everyone is having a different experience. So take it for what it's worth, and there could be more interpretations of what I'm providing here. But I have as the overall theme the King of Cups, and this tends to be an older man who is very sensitive and is mature emotionally. So if I would have picked the Page of Cups, it would be somebody who may be very emotional but immature or gullible, you know, kind of like a child, a babe in the woods, who isn't really savvy about how other people operate. When you are attuned to your higher emotions instead of the lower emotions, you're able to express yourself without manipulation, as well as feel your feelings without making emotional demands on other people. And that's what this person is. This person could be actually chronologically older than you, and could be at higher status, like, in other words, your boss, because the king tends to be fathers. It could be your father that is playing some role in your life. But I do feel that this could be, for some of you, a work situation, because as I get in the past position, I get the Eight of Pentacles, and this is being very hardworking and perfecting a craft. So combining these two things and having the card that has to do with choice, I feel like some people have a dilemma on their hands. You see, the Two of Pentacles can indicate maybe possibly mulling over another job offer. You may be working 2 jobs, and you may be thinking of traveling, but with this particular situation, you may have been working a lot of hours, and that gave you a lot of exposure to someone who was either your superior or somebody who is a superior in your workplace, and one thing led to another because you just happened to be spending so much time together. And you may be thinking, I don't want to jeopardize my job, or I don't want to ruin anybody's life, so I'm thinking of like going to another location. That's one possibility. And it can be that sometimes the King of Cups can be a counselor, and this could be like what do you call them? Just like a priest or any kind of clergyman also that you're confiding in. Maybe it's a friend, a family friend, or your own father. But it might be that you were the Eight of Pentacles in love. Sometimes I think of somebody who's trying to work on their marriage. And maybe you're going to a counselor about that, and you're trying to decide whether or not to stay with this person. And if this is a work situation, you may have found a boss finally that is really kind, compassionate, and you really like working for this person, but you have another offer. So there may be different scenarios for different people, but that King of Cups could also be the father of your child. And that person may be very kind-hearted. Whether or not you have feelings for this person anymore is a different story. I don't know. Because there is that duality with the Two of Pentacles that suggests that something is kind of, you're torn about something for some reason. So that's always good to kind of explore, like, what is going on. You may, it's interesting because the Eight of Pentacles in the past position could be that you are really trying to get something off the ground. And it may not be your main gig. It may not be your main gig, and you may even be torn about going off on your own because of this person. You may feel like you're being disloyal, you know, that you're not giving them proper due because maybe you felt like they helped you when you needed help. They hired you at a time when you really needed a job, and now you're just leaving them in the lurch. So that might be a dilemma that you're having. The higher message is the Empress card. So this is, if you want to talk about the message from the universe, the universe wants you to be abundant. If you have a job offer that is really good and you really like the possibility of it, you have to accept yourself enough to believe that you're worthy of having the good things in life. Capricorn is a sign that tends to be very austere and duty-bound. You know, that Saturnian influence of this is how we do things and you can't deviate from the pattern. And really, if you go on about life in that way, you limit yourself. And you kind of push away things that, you know, opportunities that may be presenting themselves just because of some false sense of loyalty or what have you. Obviously, I personally believe that if anybody were in that situation, that they should communicate to the person involved and let them know how they feel, and not be very you know, like, what word would I use? Like, kind of indirect about it. Like, just be very direct and say, I am really torn between this because I really feel a lot of indebtedness towards you, but I feel like this is such a wonderful opportunity for me. And see what they say. and not to try to gain any kind of, to have them grant you permission, but just to let them know that you're not doing this lightly. This card could also be, this is the archetype of the mother. It's also related to Taurus, and so I've heard Libra because of the Venus connection, but this could be you being pregnant, and so it's right under that King of Cups. Perhaps you've gotten pregnant with, for a second time, with the father of your child. And it's right next to the card about reuniting, so that might be saying that that is a possibility if you reunite with someone. So if this is a personal relationship, you may have been trying to work on a personal relationship because it's been faltering, and you end up having another child with this, getting pregnant again. Now, if you're watching this and that sounds crazy, but something else makes sense along those lines, please do not take what I'm saying that you should get pregnant to keep a partner. I think that's not a good idea at all, to bring a child into the world so that you can save a relationship. But that might be rattling around in your head, or that may be the natural consequence if you stay with this person. But looking at the challenge position, we have the Three of Wands, which is about expanding your horizons, traveling maybe for your career. So with that Two of Pentacles, and you see the ocean, so sometimes it can be about traveling over a body of water, especially a large body of water. So overseas, definitely. This is in the challenge position. So it could be that you're resistant to the idea for some reason, and you don't want to do something, take that kind of a chance right now. I was just thinking, this came into my mind, that the Empress card could be talking about the fact that you may be, perhaps you feel like this person wants you to have his child. That King of Cups could be a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio. I for some reason, Cancer came up in my mind especially. I think it's because I think of the female Cancer. The sign of Cancer represents the mother, the fourth house of home and family. So as a water sign, I could see a Cancer man even being like that. Like, I want to start a family. And maybe you're resistant to it. Maybe the Three of Wands, the number 3, just like the Empress is number 3. What does the number 3 represent? Well, it represents creativity and abundance. But if you think about it in terms of conceiving a child, it takes 2 people to come together to equal the third person. So you could be experiencing, even if you want a child, maybe you're experiencing problems conceiving a child. This card is about expansion. So if it's in the challenge position, something is having trouble getting off the ground. In terms of making it bigger or larger. So perhaps that is in relationship to starting a family. And it could be conscious on your part. Maybe you, if you're a woman, you're very interested in your career. As a Capricorn woman, I'm not a Capricorn woman, I'm saying for you, if you are a Capricorn woman, I could see you being very resistant, because a lot of Capricorns, male or female, are career driven. So you may feel subtle pressure from that King of Cups. Maybe he's not the type to be overtly manipulative, but maybe somehow he is in his own way. The advice, or the what is coming in the near future, is represented by the Two of Cups. So this could be, it's possible, this is a card of commitment. So maybe all of this revolved around you wanting to get married, and your partner wanting you to have his child, and you're saying, no, I don't do it like that. I always get a kick out of it, and this is nothing against anybody who has children out of wedlock, because I have been living with a partner for over 30 years, and we don't have kids or anything, but when people, announce the birth of their child, and then they say with their fiance, so it's like they're still, afraid of getting married, so they're still like in that phase where they're calling each other fiance, or they're engaged, but they can bring a child into the world. Like, that's less scary. I just never figured that one out. But this is the card of coming together in a committed partnership. And I'm trying to remember if this could be also conceiving a child. I'd have to check that. But it may be that the other person was kind of dragging their feet on something like an official commitment. Maybe they said, I don't have to. That I love you. Why do I have to sign a document? And you're like, no, that's not. I'm a Capricorn. We like contracts. And I want that traditional kind of relationship. I don't want to be your baby mama. Or it could be a situation of reuniting with someone. Now, even professionally, that could be joining forces with somebody in any kind of capacity. It doesn't mean that you're quitting your current job. It might mean that you're doing something on the side and you're seeking a partner to help you, either a silent partner or somebody just to help you out when you're doing your other job. But it could be reuniting with someone too. So maybe for some of you, the reason you're dragging your feet is because you really are in love with somebody else. And that certainly, here we have another two. The duality, the being torn, being on the fence, ambivalence, maybe coming into the picture for you in some way. And maybe it's like very difficult to decide what it is that you want to do. The outcome is a really positive card because this is the Page of Wands. This can be starting a new endeavor that is very exciting. So this could either be, it could also be hearing wonderful news. Pages can bring messages. So whether it's you are starting that, new business on the side and it's really got you going, you're really excited about it, or you decide, I do want to have a child, or maybe you find out, you get that little stick that says pink on it, or whatever color it is, and you find out you're pregnant and it's wonderful news, or you get a new job offer. Maybe it's a totally different job offer, but something, maybe you find out I did get the job. Maybe you've just been kind of sitting there and finding out, waiting to find out. As Mercury strengthens or gets back to where it was after the retrograde, around the 21st, it goes back into that same degree. That means that things that were backed up, maybe they start to get back to normal, and this is indicative of that. Who knows? But a very positive way to end the reading. And now I'm going to pick one of the energy oracle cards. Okay, I got man holding a coin. Just going to read it from the book because I haven't used this deck enough to know what it means yet. Male connection and money, health, or value. This card shows a man sitting on a lush, flowering field, holding a large, bright coin. For men, this could indicate an aspect. Let me put this down because I can't turn the page. of yourself and a readiness to further your goals and achieve increased health, money, or value in your life. Greater success is on its way when you take control of your own finances and act. This card upright could also reveal the assistance of a financial advisor or healer whom you already know or are soon to meet. This man is helpful and may bring sage advice concerning the action you need to take next. Be open to this person, showing up with support, but always turn to your own intuitive guidance to weigh the information you receive. This could also signify new love interest with a wealthy man or a man from work. Oh my God. And you know what? Even when they were talking about a healer, this person could be a healer because the cups, the water signs, that's what is connected to the cups, and they can be healers, being of the water element, psychic, and that kind of thing. So I love it. I love it. So anyway, I was going to say Scorpio because I was thinking of all the water signs. Anyway, Capricorn, I hope you enjoyed this. And if you'd like a private reading, please click on the link below. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of May. Bye.